All right, hey guys, OFD checking in here on a Friday, and today we've got an Omega Speedmaster Moon watch. That's right, this is a 3590.50 or the 145.022 reference number from 1991. Really cool watch. If you guys are familiar, back in 2019, we celebrated the 50th anniversary of Buzz Aldrin actually wearing one of these watches on the lunar surface. So really cool watches. This is a moon watch. You'll see on the back of it, it has all the official writing and whatnot, and has the original Hess crystal. Now this is a 1991 model, so it's running the 861 movement in here. So an upgrade from the original 321 movement. Although I think it's interesting, last year, also in 2019, they released the Ed White version with the original 321, or an upgraded version of the 321 movement, which is virtually identical to the original. So that's a pretty neat watch out there, the Ed White version. But this is a really nice watch. This is the Tritium Dial model, as you guys can see. I'll get up here a little closer, and you can see that these indices are actually starting to get a nice patina to them after this tenure with this watch from 1991. Looks really, really nice. Now, I'll go ahead and get the chronograph started for you guys so you can hear the crisp action of that chronograph. Now, this watch is going to be available over at the CW Watch website. I want to thank CW Watch Shop for letting me take a look at this watch on my channel. Really, really cool version of the Omega Speedmaster. Now, if you're not familiar with the dial layout, so you've got your 30 minutes over here at the 3 o'clock position, keeping track of your minutes. Down here at the 6 o'clock, you've got an hour counter for up to 12 hours. And then your standard running seconds is over at the 9 o'clock position. Smooth sweep of that second hand with the 861 movement. This is a 17 joule movement. I know in 92, I think they went to the 18 joule movement with the 8 in the 861. They added 1 joule to it. But this, an upgrade from the 19,000 vibrations per hour, or excuse me, 18,000 vibrations per hour of the 321 movement. These beat at 21,600 vibrations per hour, which is supposed to offer quite a bit more accuracy as far as being a higher beat movement. So go ahead and get this stopped here. Reset it nicely there. Now, size-wise dimensions, these are really, really nicely sized watches. You have a 42 millimeter case from side to side. You have 48, slightly over 48 from lug tip to lug tip. They're a little chunky because you have this cam ratchet style chronograph in here. It's running 14 millimeters of thickness, and you do have a 20 millimeter lug opening. This watch, one of the things I wanted to bring it up here and show you, this watch from 1991 is all original. You can see all the edges of like the twisted lug and that bevel, that polishing of the bevel. Everything's original. Nobody has tried to polish this watch up or make it look pretty or anything like that. It's got its natural beauty, its natural patina to the case. And something you really want to see in a luxury watch like this is that somebody hasn't really gone at it with a buffer or polishing wheel or anything like that. The watch is in really, really beautiful original condition. You can see that beautiful signed crown with the Omega. It's very nice and recessed down into the case, making it very much of a tool watch. The tachymeter functionality, you know, around the outside of the bezel there, and this one is in really, really nice shape. A few little minor nicks and scratches in there, but what you would expect for a watch of this age. Hess crystal on this watch, as you would expect on a moon watch. They use the Hess or the acrylic style crystal instead of glass because in a space environment, if you were to break this crystal, you know, you're going to have a few pieces of plastic maybe floating around. But if you had a hardened mineral glass or a sapphire crystal and you were to shatter that, you'd have tiny, tiny shards of glass floating all over the place, and it would be quite a mess in a space environment. So let's go ahead and pause it, get this watch on my 7-inch wrist, and then let's go out with that loom shot. All right, so here's the watch on my 7-inch wrist. Wears very, very well. I didn't show you too much of the bracelet, but the bracelet is in really nice shape. The clasp assembly is very nice. It's very functional. I mean, it's very strong feeling. It's got a lot of spring action to it. Very positive clasp. So this is a watch and bracelet only for sale from CW Watch Shop. So it does have a little bit of meat left on there, but there's no box papers, and I do not believe there's any additional links for this watch. One thing I wanted to show you, I didn't show you guys the case back on the watch is, you know, as you would have with any of the moon watches, it lets you know that this watch is flight qualified by NASA for all manned space missions. The first watch worn on the moon, again, by Buzz Aldrin. Just about 51 years, actually a little over 51 years ago. So you can see these are original hollow end links on these watches. Back in the early 90s, they were using hollow end links, so to be expected. And then the pressed bars on the clasp assembly. But overall, the watch is just in spectacular condition. So let's go ahead and dim the lights and check out what lume this has left. I was actually kind of pleasantly surprised when I put light to this watch to see how much lume was left on it. Now, granted, the room isn't totally dark. I do have a window open in the back, but you guys can see that the lume is still in really, really nice shape. Has a very nice glow to it, even with that patinaing of the indices and the handset. So great, great looking watch. Guys, if you're interested in picking this watch up or any other luxury watch, hop on over there to the CW Watch Shop website. Again, I'll leave the link to their website below in the description. So beautiful, beautiful moon watch here. Man on the Moon from Omega, the Speedmaster Man on the Moon. So, all right, guys, you like the video, give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom. And if you've not subscribed to the OFD channel yet, please do. Please do. Thanks, guys.